The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is a very famous kids book, and I remember being read a few of the Chronicles of Narnia series as a child, and I decided recently that I'd revisit them. And though The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe was the first one to be written, it is not the first one chronologically in the series. That particular honour belongs to The Magician's Nephew. This one is my favourite in the series as far as I remember from my childhood, but I'll let you know if that changes. Now, some of you may think that we will talk about the strange order that these were written in, and others still, knowing that C.S. Lewis was a very well-known Christian philosopher, may think that this is instead about how the Chronicles of Narnia were inspired by the Bible. If you guessed either of these, you'd be wrong. Shut up! No, instead we will talk about the witch and where she came from. If you didn't know, her name is Jadis, and she was not originally from Narnia. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't read The Magician's Nephew, go read it. Before the creation of the wardrobe, there was no straight way to get to Narnia. A magician named Andrew created a way to get from our world to the wood between worlds. A dreamlike world where all that exists are constantly growing trees and pools that lead to different worlds. Polly and Diggory are our heroes. They go to the wood by means that Andrew created, but it's not necessarily important, but you should read the book. Also, quick side note, trying to do this research and dodge spoilers because I don't remember much from my childhood is very difficult. So anyway, they go to the wood and jump into the pool. This pool leads not to our world and not to Narnia. This is a world called Charn. Charn is a dead world. A city may have once been beautiful, but it is now crumbling in a ruin of its former self. The world's sun is red and dying. Polly and Diggory wander the city. In the light of this dying sun, they stumble upon a beautiful chamber, and inside many, many wax figures exist, much larger than humans and finely dressed. The ones at the back are joyous and beautiful, but as they get further towards the front, they see the faces are just as beautiful, but they are not happy. They are getting angrier and angrier, and nobler, until they reach the front and find a very regal looking woman. After finding her, they head to the altar and find a bell and a hammer. Diggory rings the bell with a hammer. The ring lasts for minutes, getting louder and louder, collapsing buildings until it stops. And the regal woman, Jadis, the last queen of Charn, awakes. She then regales them on how her world ended with a war between her and her sister. And when she had all but lost, she used a forbidden spell, the deplorable word, a spell so powerful it kills everything in the world. World here means universe, so on her home turf, Jadis is quite possibly one of the strongest characters in fiction. Fucking Goku ain't got shit. Realising she's evil, the kids escape, but they are followed by the queen. Jadis follows them back to Earth. If you want to learn more, read the fucking book, because that's all you needed to know for this story. We're just talking about where she came from. Now, before I go to the outro and you all click off because, you know, you watch the outros on YouTube. Makes me sad that you don't stay till the end. Anyway, I've been writing my own short stories and poetry, and would you guys be interested in me putting up a video once a month of me reading one? I'd still put these out every Friday, so it wouldn't affect these, but like maybe like the last Tuesday of every month. It's just an idea. Let me know in the comments if you're like yay, or if you're like no, or I mean if you follow me on Twitter, you'd have seen I put up a post a few nights ago talking about it. Anyway, I suppose you've guessed now that this is as far as I'll go with the story. Yeah, if you enjoyed, subscribe, like, comment. You know the drill by now. TIL YouTube's in the description. If you're on TIL, it's going to be the YouTube link, and if you're on YouTube, it'll be the TIL link. With my social medias and Reddit, and I will see you next week, babies.